So recently, one of my favorite YouTube channels, PickUpLimes, put out a video about why we are always tired and how can we fix it just by eating the right types of food every day. Now, I'll be honest, I think it's a very well put video. The structure is amazing, it is well researched, and for that matter, it actually fits perfectly with the types of topics I like to talk about. That being said, I wanted to try it out for myself. I wanted to see if these food fixes really work and does it really help me stay energetic throughout the day and also help me sleep better at night? At the end of the video, I also share one of my personal hacks that make all of this extremely easy to adapt in our already fast life. Now, the first recommendation is to start my day with a high fiber breakfast. But before I do that, there is something more important that I need to do. Oh, good morning. Good morning, So for my breakfast today, I have decided to have a nice hot bowl of oatmeal. As you might already know, oats are extremely nutritious and beneficial for us. They are packed with minerals, vitamins, fiber, and also antioxidants. Now, my personal favorite add-ons for oatmeal are flax seeds, berries, and almonds, as they themselves are so beneficial for us when consumed. Now, the idea behind having a high fiber breakfast is that it gives you that necessary kickstart energy to be alert throughout the day. Now, there are other benefits of this nutrient-packed oatmeal is that it helps improve our moods and it also facilitates our bowel movements. So I guess it's a win-win in all directions. They say it takes about 10 to 12 hours for the caffeine to be completely flushed out of our system. That being said, I restricted myself to drinking just 1 cup of coffee in the morning and I did not have any caffeine for the rest of the day. That way it does not interfere with my sleep at night. Now here's why this was a little tough for me, because I'm personally so habituated to drinking something when I'm working or doing something that requires my focus. Coffee usually is my default go-to and it was just hard to give that up. So here's what I did instead. I replaced those coffee mugs with some sort of decaf hot teas. An interesting fact that Sadia mentions in her video is why natural protein-rich diet is important for us. And here's a little science that was explained. Protein has these building blocks called amino acids, one of which is tryptophan. Tryptophan gets converted to serotonin, which is also known as the mood stabilizing hormone. Serotonin then gets converted to melatonin, which helps us sleep better. Some foods that are recommended that are high in tryptophan are dark leafy vegetables, nuts and seeds, tofu, beans, broccoli, wheat bread, and also fruits. So I'm making scrambled tofu for lunch. As we know, tofu is a really great source of protein and it has high amounts of tryptophan due to soy also. And I've also added my own Indian touch to it to make the whole tofu scramble much more flavorful and I would say tasty. Alright, this is almost done and it looks super tasty and I can't wait to have it because I'm extremely hungry right now. Although before that, I want to mention that I have handpicked a few recipes for you guys. So please do check out the links in the video description as I have listed down some high protein rich and nutritious recipes for you guys that you can try for lunch. Now another tip that was given was to keep our meal times pretty much the same every single day. So if I'm having lunch between 12 to 1 and dinner between 7 to 8, then try to keep that as much as possible. Now the reason to have a fixed meal time is that it actually helps us sleep better at night. It promotes the whole sleeping process. So apparently there are 2 types of carbs. One is slow digesting carbs and another one is fast digesting carbs. Now carbs themselves lack tryptophan, but it does help in transporting it to the brain much faster. Hence, if you saw, I had wheat bread in the afternoon with my lunch. That way it breaks down slowly and it still keeps giving me that release of energy through the rest of the day. And for dinner, I have decided to have pasta as it is one of those fast digesting carbs and hopefully it will help me fall asleep in the next couple of hours. Now, I think I do a pretty good job already with drinking enough water throughout the day. Although one thing that works out really well for me, which I'm going to share it with you, and that is to use a transparent water bottle. That way, every time I see the water, it becomes a good trigger for me to go ahead and drink it. Alright, so as much as I wanted to do all of these things on day-to-day basis, I did feel that it was hard to incorporate them religiously in our daily schedule. So my personal favorite hack that worked out very well for me, and that was to make green smoothies. I literally just tossed in all those highly nutritious items that were mentioned above in a blender and just make a green smoothie out of it. I had that smoothie whenever I felt I did not have enough time. Now, I'll be honest, this hack has worked wonders for me as it was quick, easy, and super rewarding. Firstly, I just wanted to thank PickUpLimes and Sadia for putting together such an amazing video. Now, I did try this meal plan and these recommendations for a good 2 to 3 weeks now. And here is what I honestly feel about it. First, let's talk about sleep. I think my sleep quality definitely improved. It was almost an instant effect that I saw. I definitely felt more rested and calm during this time. So I'll take that as a good sign. Now, secondly, as far as tiredness goes, I did not see any drastic changes with respect to my energy levels on day-to-day basis. Maybe because I'm just a very highly energetic person in general, that is why I didn't see major differences. But as the title had mentioned that you will feel less tired, I did not see anything in those effects. Although there are two things that I did observe, which I think are some passive benefits that I found. First one was I definitely felt that I was able to focus more on work, and I was able to focus for much longer time. Initially, I used to get distracted every 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Now, I was able to pull off a much longer focus period at work, almost up to 2 hours, 3 hours at one stretch. So that definitely improved. I don't know if it is because of this, but that is one change that I observed. For the second one, interestingly, I observed that small things don't bother me as much now. As a person, I do have a tendency to get anxious at times, or I tend to overthink on small little things. Now, what happened because of that was I used to get sucked in that trap, and it used to take up rest of the day for me to get out of it. After going through this experiment, I observed that I was able to get out of it much faster. Small things don't bother me as much. I am able to have a much more stable mood throughout the day. And that was beneficial because that helps me stay more productive and I'm able to do more things. So yeah, that's what I personally felt after trying these food fixes to fix my tiredness and sleep. Now, keep in mind that different bodies act differently. So some things that might work for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So the key here is to keep trying new things, keep experimenting new things, and find that sweet spot. What is that optimal sweet spot that works out very well for our body? And that is something that we should look for by doing these small little experiments in our day-to-day life. If you like this video, press that thumbs up button, as you know it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And also please leave a comment below on what are some other things that I should try out and review if possible. If you're new here, welcome and thank you so much for hanging in here till the end of the video. My name is Nehal Pachikar and I'm personally on a mission to find ways to live a happy, healthy and a more fulfilled life. Now, of course, I'm no guru or an expert, but I am seeking answers. I am trying to find those answers, and as I go along on this journey, I would be more than happy to share it with you all. Till then, I will sign off and see you in the next video.